just saying. Yeah, that was wild.
That's bogus for real.
So,
I wouldn't stand.
You know what's crazy? No, not that.
Tell us.
The fucked up part about all of this. The fucked up part about all of this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no! The bullshit is the food got here late. On top of everything,
just throwing salt in the wood.
It was supposed to be here at 8.
Oh man!
So yeah, plans on leaving.
Dog. Like, oh, y'all know we all on the same time zone, so you see what time it is, and he's still dealing with the food that was already late that was supposed to have been there almost an hour ago. You know what I mean?
You eat less food than you were supposed to and show up late doing it.
Driver had to take a lunch break real quick.
Driver talking about that's what they put in the bag. I'm like, bro, I ain't asked you what the fuck. I ain't asked you about this shit.
Look, hey, restaurants, if you're not stapling the bag when them Uber Eats dudes come to pick that stuff up, if you're not double tape adhesive in that shit, you ain't doing it right. Because they be stealing fries, they be stealing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It's taped up. It's secure. It's taped up.
I know that'd be a whole other issue if it wasn't.
You know, it's just the driver sitting there. Well, that's what they gave me. Like, bro, I didn't ask you. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, supposed to be 2 sandwiches in here.
Why didn't you check?
It's on the receipt.
I mean, not even him checking. I really just wanted him to not say shit.
Right.
I didn't want him to say nothing to me.
Because what was he gonna do about it? Right.
Yeah. Like I'm texting, like, yo, what's taking so long? What's happening? Oh, they still making the food. I'm like, still making it.
Yeah,
he was eating that shit.
He was eating that.
They're still waiting. And then he got tape in the back. He taped that shit up.
Hey, yo, check it out.
This Jersey fucking Mike.
I gotta tell y'all this right now. I just got sent a picture of a car here in Tacoma. On the side of the car is whitedate.net. Exclusive dating for whites. Along the bottom of the door panel, it says, whites will perish if whites procreate with non-whites. And this is a car driving around Tacoma, Washington right now.
Tell me it was a black car.
The top of it's black, like the middle part of it. I was like, yo, how you got a biracial car trying to talk that bullshit?
Tagline:
nigga, your car is Drake.
It's as dry as crackers.
Some people like to play with their life. You know what I mean? That's
facts. I know, because who, man,
he getting paid. He really down.
I know. I was like, right now, that's a real interesting advertisement, but then you start to read the fine print, and it's like, it's some racist shit.
Sure.
All the way like.
Yo, that kind of reminds me of like Die Hard, where my man had to walk around with the sign on saying "I hate black folks." You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. Now the person driving that car, because they don't want to get beat the fuck up, would be like, "Nah, I don't dislike black people. I just love white people." Nigga, don't try reverse psychology.
I just get paid to drive
on me.
There's no winning.
And you know what they hate the most? The motherfuckers like that. You know what they hate the most? When you be like, nigga, they can't stand it. And I do it every fucking time.
Hey, I got a question though. Is it a lie?
I know, is it real?
No, I'm saying, is it a lie?
Oh.
No, it's not a lie. It's not a lie.
I mean that's genetics.
The other part of that is anything in existence that exists in a recessive as opposed to dominant form runs the risk of being eliminated. That's just the way it works. So,
I mean, it's still there.
Sorry, I'm so sorry that you upset because your niece and your auntie and your sister love brown sugar. They got tired of that shit they was eating when they. Man, listen, don't get me started on it because I can go crazy with this one, but I'm gonna be good today. Only because I didn't want to put the picture on the screen because fuck y'all. But I'm gonna be good.
What's tomorrow?
I'm gonna be good today.
What's tomorrow? Go ahead.
Tomorrow's Juneteenth.
Go ahead.
So while y'all peeping this, Juneteenth. So y'all watching this on Juneteenth. So you know what? Let me get.
Go on. Real talk aloud. Only real talk aloud.
Only real talk allowed. You're absolutely fucking right. You know what? No, but fuck them. They can suck my dick. I'm not putting that shit on my screen. Fuck them. And I hope you roll through my hood. I hope you do, because I want to have a conversation with you. But I want you to be very aware that I'm good at sign language. So if you ain't understanding what's coming out my mouth, I'm cool with talking with my hands, nigga. Understand that, bitches. Understand that. That brings up an interesting point, though. You know, I was talking to your man at work, right?
Bring him on the pod. Bring him on the pod, man.
I'm gonna have to do it eventually. Like, I'm just be like,
have him call in like a radio show.
What you doing Wednesday night, dog?
Yep. Every morning.
So
just to start off.
You don't know this, but the fellas and you know the other listeners of the pod know there's a guy, an older white gentleman that works in the same building I work in. We don't work for the same company, but our companies are in the same building. Okay. So he goes out and he goes on his breaks and he smokes like 4 cigarettes in a 15-minute break. On God, I'd be like, yo, how the fuck do you do that? But anyway, so I'd be walking, and once I come back around the back side of the building, and I'm coming back up the hill, he's usually standing right there at that corner. So I always run into him. What's up, OG? How you doing? He's like, yo. Now, I call him OG in my own comedic way. I know you don't understand that I'm being funny when I say this to you. You probably think I'm saying it complimentarily, but I'm not. He's a Trump supporter. He's openly said to me very recently that he thought Reagan did a good job. And realistically speaking, politically, we are absolutely diametrically opposed. But we have very interesting conversations. And he always seems to ask me at least one question that made me be like, damn, that's a good fucking question. I'm going to ask it on the pod. So this week we talking, and you know, we had the conversation about time before. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, so let me ask you this. I know we talked about time previously, and I know your relationship with time is a little different. But I got to ask you this. Because we talk about historical things so much, if there was ever a period other than the one you were born in and have experienced, if there was ever any other period in time you could have lived in, when would it have been and why? And I was like, he said, but hold it. It has to be something that's already happened. It can't be something in the future you've never seen. It has to be something that's already happened. I was like, good one. Okay. So I got to thinking. But fuck what I was thinking. As always, I'm bringing the question to you, gentlemen. So, I mean, I don't know, whoever, I don't give a fuck. I'm muting up.
I don't got no answer for that. I'm cool with this one.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm cool with this one, man. Like technology and air conditioning and not ever being a slave or living through Jim Crow. I'm cool with never having experienced none of that shit.
Cool with not being slave to, man. Trust.
You know.
But you could go back before slavery.
Yeah.
Is it any better?
Like I said, technology.
What? Right. Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, like I'm cool. Like I'm straight.
Okay, fair enough. Enough.
The only reason why I would be traveling back in time, to be quite honest with you, would be to experience different music in a time where it was like popular and not as well formed, because you got things like jazz and even the gospel records that came out back in like the 70s and stuff like that were really good. So the only reason why I would be going back in time would be for the music. I think I would want to go back to the 70s just because of the colorfulness. I feel like the colorfulness. There's a lot that goes into that.
Are we talking Studio 54 kind of colorfulness, or are we talking like, you know, I'm coked out on the street walking?
It's both. Both. Honestly, it's just the times you've got all of that, but then you also have the introduction to so much style, so much music, so many movie stories and stuff like that. So it's more for the aspect of entertainment, experiencing a more what am I trying to say? It's I want to use the word innocence. Like there's a sense of innocence about people back in the 70s, depending on, I guess, where you are. But in comparison to like when we get into the 80s and the 90s, where we start getting used to certain things and we start understanding the way that we can cut corners with the law and stuff like that. The law. Music is just starting to shift. You're getting more I feel like it's more rigidity. Is that a word? Things just become a little bit more, they're not so wavy and smooth and flowing. It's like hard hit with everything. There's a point in exactly everything that I'm doing, whether it be you're trying to give a speech about something, or if we're just sticking with the music, everybody's like, I'm fucking tired of this. In the 70s, it's like, I'm tired of this, but hey, man, I love you too. So it's just a little bit more love, I think, going around in the 70s. And that, I think that's a part of what I want to experience, is a little bit more of that friendliness, that brotherly love, without it being weird, obviously. But, you know, just a little bit more of the genuine family wholesomeness that you would get from getting a Winnebago or going out to the beach. Something along those lines. Man. The 70s just seem a little bit more pure. Then we start to experience time and what it does to everything the closer that we get to this age.
Too much heroin around in the 70s. I'm cool.
Too much.
I mean? That's why everybody was so damn cool.
I thought about.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first thing I thought about. I was like, you really want to go back to heroin days?
Hell yeah, man.
Everything.
Because everybody's like, yeah, baby.
Mojo ass would be working for Nicky Barnes if he was in the 70s.
Probably. Unfortunately. You can give me one of them suits, Nicky? Yeah, baby.
Oh shit.
It's pretty funny, like Mojo, right? Looks like he's older than all of us, right? But he's the youngest one on the pod. And I'm like, he's talking about the 70s like he lived it. I'm like, man, I was born in the 70s. What are you talking about? It was never
right. Exactly. Well, that's my point.
Like,
that's my point. I want to know what it's like. I want to know what it actually is like, because all I get are perspectives, fabrications, exaggerations. That's what I'm spinning here. Is like, it's all just what I've been fed. I don't know what it's like.
You smoke cigarettes?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, every once in a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this might not apply to you. So do you mind being in a car with the windows rolled up and somebody smoking cigarettes?
Hot box and a fucking cigarette.
How about when you're eating? How about when you're like at
that's the 70s.
That's the 70s.
How about on an airplane?
Bro.
Oh yeah. How about
an airplane? Yeah, I'm down for an airplane.
In the
not a car,
area,
not a restaurant.
on the plane.
A cigarette on an airplane?
Yeah, bro.
You
like,
crazy as hell.
Throw that shit all the way to the back.
That's the 70s, man. Cigarettes on airplanes.
Hey, but how about your doctor smoking while he's giving you an exam?
See, here's the thing. You know, 8 tracks didn't have a rewind button.
Oh, that's real.
The inconvenience. Neither do. Well, okay. So what do you have to do with an 8-track?
Play. Listen to it.
I mean, duh.
Play.
But
how
do you rewind?
You don't.
You just dispose of it like it.
Like there's a fast forward on it, but typically there wasn't a rewind. So you had to just let it play, and then it'll wind itself back once it gets to the end.
Oh, okay.
You gotta take the tape sometimes out and flip it over and stick it back in and play the B-side.
Gotcha.
Before you get to the other side.
Yeah. Because I mean that's
the whole thing.
That's the technology, man. Shit, wow.
Yeah, no, I get you. I would deal with that though, because even in the 90s, you had your tape cassettes. Granted, it was a little bit easier to rewind the tape cassettes, but you got the tape players that'll stop and then rewind the shit back for you. So I went through that. I would just let the tapes run until it rewound.
It ain't the same as the 8-track. I promise.
No, I believe you. I believe you because I wasn't there for it. So
wait. How about this? When you couldn't take music around with you?
Yeah, you got some headphones. None of that.
When that wasn't until what, like the 80s?
Yeah,
83.
Yeah, when the Walkman came out.
Well, that's the other part about it too, because you have to go out and listen to music, right? So then you're dealing with more connections with people. You're not dealing with this time now where everything is through a screen. People are so anxious about talking to people. I want to be in a time where I wouldn't be so anxious to not say what's up to somebody, and it wasn't always the first thing of like, you got a fucking problem because I'm just trying to say hi to you. That's the vibe.
Oh, you gonna make me beat your ass.
Right.
Looking at me.
That's the vibe. And I'm like, nah, man, I
tough ass down.
We the only people on the street. I just don't want to make it awkward because I'm walking right past you.
Hey, they had a lot of clap back then too.
Well, yeah, I probably wouldn't be here then if that's the case. But at the same time,
they had a lot of clap.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Mo. What city would you be in? Would you still stay in Seattle if you went back to the 70s? Is that the time frame that you're looking at, or would you change up cities?
No, I'd probably still do Seattle. It's really the only
that's your
area.
Problem right, that's your problem. Right.
I heard they had a lot of clap out there.
They had a lot of bros. You'll get shot, dog. First 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes. No,
you're gonna show up in your whole neighborhood and people are gonna be totally different.
Man, I just want to see the Technicolor in action and smoke me a Newport.
Oh, TV.
Yeah, just want to see the first color TV in action. You fucking.
Well, you was only gonna see 3 channels.
That's cool. I can understand that because I fortunately was born in a time where there were a lot of things still being transitioned, and so I had a lot of older folks in my family who still had that big ass wooden box with the TV in it.
With built in,
like, can you stop saying
no.
My generation. Can you stop saying that, please? Thank you.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, disrespectful, right?
Disrespectful. Seriously.
Yeah, I promise we're gonna start soon, ladies and gentlemen. I promise we will.
That's a wooden box my grades, right? I tweezed my grades for this episode, man. Watch that.
My bad.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Nah, man, but because you got to switch. You got to switch the channel, and if there was something on, there was something on. But if not, I don't remember if it was just static or what. But I had to deal with those TVs that you only had the knob. There was no remote, and you were lucky enough to catch something that was cool. That's how I discovered like a couple of channels like Cartoon Network. That I didn't know what that was until I had actually came in contact with one of those TVs. It was the craziest fucking thing.
That's how I discovered titties.
I know. I was like, look, let me specify. I was a child. It's the first time I discovered booty.
That's how we discovered titties too, though.
I know.
I believe it.
Because Benny Hill was on that odd channel.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Look at all our old asses. Like, motherfucker. Yo, hold up, man. Hold up. Okay, look.
Y'all old as hell, man.
P, if you could, what's your answer, man? Shit, goddamn. We're going crazy.
Benny Hill was
that. Give me that. I don't know. I can't be in this country. So I can't go back. I can't go back in time in this country. That's no good. It's never good for us.
I feel that.
Mo can get by because he got that paper back, but but I can't rock it. So I'm thinking 8th century, somewhere around there, like when the Moors were ruling, right? Because everything was good. They had sanitation. They had ice cream. They had people. Ice cream was people had all. They had power. So I'm straight. I know how to ride in the desert. I did that for a couple of years, so I'm straight. I know how to exist. I want to kind of roughing it, as they would say. But Grenada was nice, so I can go hang out there. Morocco was nice back in the day. I'll hang out there.
I could dig
it. I like that. Okay.
I can dig it.
Marcel, I just
wonder what pussy smelled like back then.
Terrible.
I don't know. I mean, they clean though, so that's the thing. Like if you hang out with the Moors, they were clean. If you
It's about as clean for that time period.
Yeah,
let's put it
very natural.
You can find him at ethemadassassin. That's all one word, all lowercase.
Why are you doing that to me? I know somebody out there will let you know this is what it smelled like.
You want to know what that little pussy smelled like?
You know what I'm saying?
Let me show you.
Word.
Come on, Esther.
Yo, you know how crazy that sound to say he want to know what more pussy smell like?
That's not what I said.
I'm fucking dead. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Look, Monster.
That's the best solicitation
If there was any time period you could live in other than now, what would it be?
Damn. I don't like people in any time frame. Give me before the Big Bang.
Oh wow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fucking with that.
Yeah, I can float.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what happened before she got ruined.
True.
I feel that. Yeah. I think for myself, I would probably want to live. Okay, I'm crazy. I admit it. It's okay. I would have wanted to live during the time of the Cuban Revolution and lived in Cuba. There's a reason though. But I would have wanted to have lived to the victory to watch the development of everything. You know what I'm saying? Because before it was ruined by people who didn't want to see it thrive, Cuba was doing really good. And just I wanted to be able to see that up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can see it up close and personal and internalize it, it's easy to take that somewhere else and duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of places around the world where it's been done. So yeah, I mean, just a thought I was having one day when I was watching some shit on TV, and a Che Guevara interview came on, and I was like, damn, I like this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I read Che a long time ago, but yeah. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. I mean, at the end of the day, we here now. We do what we do. We are who we are. But you know, at the end of everything, we are who we are. Pantha Politix Podcast, nigga. And as y'all already know, we fly it at everybody.
I'm flyer than everybody. Everybody on cloud 9, higher than everybody. We stepping out on the town, we slide at every party.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man.
It's the shitty.
Thank y'all.
You know, he ruined my capability of talking shit to people. Even now, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna kill everybody. And then I have to like put the parentheses, and I'm like, yo, besides E, because I know he's flying than everybody. But all y'all is gonna get it. Like, you make the threats, have to develop out so much further.
Hey, I'll clean your weapons for you. I make myself use it.
Bro, I appreciate it.
Salute to
I got a question,
man.
Y'all ain't ever wondered like what that Cuban pussy was smelling like with all that pork they be eating back in the day?
Man, God.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I do. I want to know
sugar cane fields and shit, nigga.
Every period in time, like, oh, that's.
I'm sorry, man. That's just I just wondered, like,
wow.
That's
terrible. As y'all can see, it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them. Welcome to the party, man. Y'all here. Thank y'all so much for being here on Juneteenth with the squad, man. Pantha Politix Podcast. We in the building. Of course, I am Seven Da Pantha, aka the Carolina Hurricane Ridiculous Slang, aka your baby mama's favorite rapper, aka Pie Strickland, if you getting the point. And you know I brought the squad with me, and we got a special guest in the building tonight. We're gonna get to him in a minute. Mojo Barnes, what up, man?
Hello.
How was your weekend, sir?
It was cool. I didn't really do a whole lot. I started watching BMF on Saturday, and I'm like halfway through season 3. By the time I hit Sunday, so I'm still working through it, so that way I can be caught up to the 4th season. But man, that show's great.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I was expecting you to say something else.
No. So my girl actually she put me onto it, and she was like, you got to check this out. I'm like, okay. Like I don't give a lot of attention to series because I'll binge watch it for maybe like a season or 2 and then I'll get bored. And so, I was like, nah, man, this is pretty captivating. So I just kept watching it through. I'm waiting to get to the point where we actually see the moments where they get locked up for like the big run and then come out again. So then that way we can just see the celebrations and shit. Because you got one side of the story with Big Meech coming back to the neighborhood and shit like that. Everybody's like, what's up, Meech? And he's got his furs on and shit. And then you got Terry, who's sitting around with his people. And he's like, we're not going to see each other for a while. and I want to see like the fallout. I want to see the fallout, and I want to see what they were doing or how they're portraying that shit to look like. So it's they made it a real interesting story. I can tell they took some liberties in a lot of different areas.
Oh, you better believe that.
You know, but it's entertaining.
It is entertaining, but you know what though? I can't tell where they took the liberties at though.
That's the funny part about it too. There's some sections, and I think it has to do with the acting, because I know a lot of people in there are not the most seasoned actors, and so you can kind of tell, like the whole thing with Lamar, the length of time they had that shit going on. I was like, I don't know about that. But the part where they're like, just keep feeding them, keep smoking that crack, big boy, like that shit. I believe that. I believe that aspect of it. But you know,
you saw what they said at the beginning of the show, like the disclaimer.
Right, yeah. Some of the shit may have happened.
Some of this shit may have happened.
Most, yeah.
I think way more of that shit happened than what we really.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. Yeah.
That makes it more fun though too, right? Because it's up for your interpretation. So then it just creates a little bit more of the thrill of it, I guess, because
because you're not caught up yet, so I can't. Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I haven't finished season 3, and I haven't watched the couple episodes that have come out for season 4 yet. But yeah, I'm working on my way there.
Honestly, I'm still in season 2 of BMF. Honestly, I ain't even got past season 2. But the difference between like I'm gonna get back to it. I have every intention to get back to it. But I'm like, but in my brain, I'm like, I was there. I'll get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't with them, but I mean I existed in that time period.
Right,
so I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah. I'll come back because I want to see this. But I got some other shit I want to get to right now.
This is really good right now too.
Yeah.
Like it's really good. Yeah, it's really like just the way it's coming together, because you know how the ending, you know what the ending is.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see how they pushing it forward. It's just one thing in there that I don't like, so I can't bring it up right now. God damn, I wish I was caught up.
Oh, I'll hit you up when I get caught up. I get caught up.
Because it's some supreme bullshit going on right now too.
I feel it.
And I'm like,
yeah.
How do you do that? So you know.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
P7. What's up, my G?
Not living my
I see you living in your beautiful abode there. You know what I'm saying? Doing it big and shit. I see you and Monster ain't in the same spot this time. Okay.
No, he's not hanging out today. You know, Mojo decided not to hang out today. You know, so it's good.
Oh shit, that shit was hilarious. How was your weekend, man? What's going on around the way?
Man, honestly, it's Father's Day, and you know, didn't do shit because I told him to leave me alone. Told all my kids go away.
Facts.
And the one gift that kept on giving. It was nice. And we had one move out the house. I was like, wow, this is getting even better. So yeah, that's good. It's good. No, it's good times.
Hey, just a news flash real quick. Children, anyone who is if you still early 20s, this applies to you too. But within the next 4 to 5 years, what your father is going to want from you from Father's Day is whatever the gift is, and get the fuck gone. Whatever the gift is, and get the fuck gone. I done seen enough of your ass. And it ain't like I ain't gonna see you tomorrow. Get the fuck gone. Let me have a day.
Just leave me alone. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me for a ride. No money. Just leave me alone.
Nothing.
You know,
I want peace and quiet.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I kind of like. I look at though. Mother's Day, we go all out, right? We cook. We'll sit there and clean the house for her and all that kind of stuff, right? Because the assumption is, right, that mom's doing this 24/7. This is the one day that she gets where she doesn't have to do, right? My dad was the one that stayed home because he was a retired Marine and electrician and stuff like that. He stayed home. He cooked. We cleaned. How come we're cooking and cleaning for her on the same day, on that day? And then Father's Day, we don't do nothing for him. We buy him food and make him grill. We did. My dad so many times. I don't want to be doing this, but I guess you guys really want my ribs. I guess.
Who gonna make the Kool-Aid?
I now understand. The defeated man just goes out there and just does the damn thing because I just want you to leave me alone. You'll leave me alone for at least 6 hours on this grill, right? So leave me alone. All right,
that was the only alone time he got was by the grill. That was the only alone time he got at the grill.
That's it.
That's fast, man.
Get away.
That's so
wild. Even then, y'all was fucking with him. Put this on the grill. God damn it. Leave me alone.
Hey, cuz, how about you do it? It's my day. Shit.
It's my day, right?
Right.
Man,
Well,
Monster,
you know,
how was your weekend, bro? How was your weekend?
I don't know. It was kind of like everything else was bullshit. But the morning of Father's Day, my lady came in and dropped like 7 new blades on the bed.
Woo!
And yeah, I was like, man, you're quite a lady. And then,
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a happy Father's Day for
Seven
Monster.
what?
Listen, right there.
Blades,
She-
like
Blades.
knives.
yeah, she got me 4 new knives and then 3 hatchets. And then, and then she was like, yo, she called the kids and was like, yo, give me stuff. And then she was like, get out. And I was like, yo, whatever you need, I got you. but
man.
yeah. Other than that, it was bullshit. But yeah, she took care of it.
That's it. I feel that shit. Hell yeah. Man, all I can say is okay, this is one thing I do want to say. Father's Day. I was chilling. I called my pops, you know what I'm saying? We talked for a little bit. But he was doing his thing. He on the grill, but he doing it by choice. Like it's just him and his wife. So I'm thinking, if you got people over, he's like, nah, it's just us. You know what I'm saying? He love the grill. Like that's just my pops. You know what I mean? So, I hit him up and he was like, yeah. We talked basketball a little bit because of the finals and shit. But then he was like, hey, yo, man, look, I'm about to get to it over here, yo. Do what you gonna do. I'm gonna holler at you later. I'm like, word. Say less. Get off the phone with him. I'm like, all right. And it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Mind you, all of my children are adults. I ain't heard a word from one of them at this point. Not one of them.
yeah.
And I'm like, and one of my kids is a father. I had the happy birthday text loaded on my phone, but I didn't send it. Nah. You first, nigga. I've been doing it longer. You first.
I feel that.
But no sooner than I had that thought, Happy Father's Day, Dad, from my other son. 5 minutes later, from that one, Happy Father's Day, Dad. Hey, so I shot the one son back, Happy Father's Day. Thank the other son. Today is, well, when y'all see this, Juneteenth. Father's Day was Sunday. I still ain't heard from my daughter yet. I know she's alive, so I'm happy. It's okay. Me personally, I don't get 2 shits about a holiday no way, so it's okay. But it was a little weird. But it's okay. It's okay. It's a little weird. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They probably knew you was gonna say, just leave me the fuck alone.
But yeah, probably.
I was just laughing at the hypocrisy of this shit. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. You just said. Leave me alone.
Oh, but I'm saying you can shoot a nigga a text. I said stay out my
face. Let me tell you to leave me alone.
You can't properly tell
you gotta let me tell
leave you alone.
Right.
If they ain't try to come up first.
Right. These little motherfuckers take shit too far.
I ain't even gonna give him the satisfaction.
How you gonna stealing my thunder on Father's Day, you little fucks? Oh man, y'all already know, man. Special guest in the building, Mr. Flyer and everybody himself, Wave Letterman, my brother from another mother, North Carolina A&T alum, ethemadassassin in the building.
Peace.
What's going on, my brother?
Now
I get to do some hating. So, it's been going on in sunny California. Hey, my brother.
Hey man, the sun is out. You know what I'm saying? People got their opinions and they outside with it. That's what it is, man. In case y'all been under a fucking rock or two, or smoking them.
Smoking one or two.
Then smoked some rocks and shit.
Yeah.
The protest is going on right up the street.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm like
right there.
Right there. It's really going down out here. Like the curfews is something that I wasn't expecting.
Curfews.
But
now is that all over the city or is that just one spot?
Oh, great question. So LA is what the fuck they say? Like over like 500 square miles or some crazy shit like that, maybe 700 or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the high close to 1,000, some shit. The protest is happening on basically one block. One block. And thanks to Orange and him deciding to be heavy-handed and try to show how much force he has and send 300 National Guards, because the 4,000 he ordered didn't come, 300 National Guards and some Marines and some other shit. What people don't know about LA is this. It's a very revolutionary city. People don't back down from nothing. Okay? If you let them protest, they'll be fine. They won't fuck nothing up. They won't do shit. But the moment you start bringing police out to try to get them to stop, now it's lit. It's turned up. Even still, I just wanted to say none of that shit was necessary. The curfew ended up being is actually 1 square mile.
Oh wow.
The curfew area is 1 square mile.
That's what I thought.
Okay. And City Hall and all that other shit is like in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit ain't necessary. Look, son, the day before they issued the curfew, I was down there drinking in the middle of the fucking protest. Like, it's a cool look. You know, I'm the dive bar king. In case y'all didn't know this, I'm the dive bar king.
No doubt.
There's a dive bar down there that I frequent on weekends because they do happy hour from 5 to 8 on weekends. I didn't see shit. I didn't hear nothing. Nothing. And it was really only 3 blocks away from where I was at. You know, so honestly, a lot of this shit is unnecessary. It's a lot of fear mongering. It's a lot of bullshit. The police are more violent than the protesters are. If you've seen it on the news, like they're using their horses. They're using their horses against the people, bro. They got horseback. They got mounted cops using the horse against people. And if the horse can't move the motherfucker, they pulling out batons about this long and hitting people with it.
Jousting.
They're not even jousting, bro. They're clubbing motherfuckers. Straight up. But in all honesty, man, like do not believe 3/4 of what you're seeing on the news so far as we need the National Guard or the Marines. We didn't need them at all. And it's obvious that they knew that too, because they didn't come out here like they was ordered to. I still don't know where the fuck the Marines is at. And I'm not saying that they need to be out, but you know, they don't have any orders. They've been deployed, but they don't have any orders. So they just sitting up in a building doing nothing. You know.
Appearances.
You know, the only funky thing that I will say is fucked up is this. In the middle of chaos, you're gonna always find people who are opportunists. So a couple of stores got looted, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy Jazzo the Juggernaut, he actually has on video when they looted the Jumpman store, because he has a studio right across the street. And he saw him coming up. I'm gonna send all y'all guys the link. It's the most peaceful looting situation I've ever seen in my life.
Yo, you mind if I get that?
Yeah, yo.
Do you see a size 13 up there, my friend?
Bro, look. Okay, so to put it into perspective, let's say, now fuck it. It's like the Jumpman store is probably a mile away from where the actual protest is. Mm-hmm. So motherfuckers was just smart enough to say, hey, let's just walk this way. Like people were kind of like disjointed, like there wasn't all in one area. So you just see a crowd of people coming up the street.
Yeah, with them.
And then it's like, oh shit, Jordan store. Real small swarm. You see something come down. You see 1 or 2 people suddenly just throwing shirts out. You don't like the whole crowd doesn't run in the store.
Oh shit.
Nah, they didn't do that.
One man grab.
Very refined.
Like only a few people ran in the store. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like so you'll see some like 1 or 2 people in the video I seen you come out like with a box, but what you really gonna see, you have to look closely, and you'll see somebody just throwing clothes out. Motherfuckers just kind of standing there chilling, and then it was over. Then they left. Then they left.
Say that I actually stepped in the store. I didn't go in the store. The clothes came to me.
Yeah,
I just caught it. Shit.
Yeah,
it was raining shirts. You think I wasn't going
like, they hit the Jordan store, they hit the Adidas store, they hit the Apple store, which I'm gonna always say is stupid. I'm always say that's stupid. But all of them shits are in like the same block and a half radius. The Adidas store, Jordan store, Apple store, same block and a half basically, which is a mile away from the protest. So don't let these motherfuckers tell you that the protesters went looting. That ain't what happened. Now, mind you, when you see this video, you are going to see people with flags and whatever, but you're also going to see regular people walking up and down the street.
It's still LA.
Yeah, it's still LA.
It is, But like the media would have you thinking that everybody out there is protesting. Nah, so these motherfuckers is minding their business.
Yeah, and they gotta get places.
And they gotta get
like, yo, my store is 2 blocks down.
Right,
I gotta fucking get there.
Yeah. So that's the one drawback is that the curfew is from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that basically just kills the downtown LA nightlife or like just businesses in general, restaurants. A lot of people suffering right now because of this. And the only thing I could think of is like, unfortunately, we have a man with small hands that wants to show that he has big hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you think that the whole putting the curfew on is his way to actually get at the town? Because that is a big part of LA is that nightlife down there. And by shutting it down, everybody's going out to like Pasadena. Now everybody has to go to Santa Clara. You know what I mean? They have to go way outside to do something.
Right. So just to be clear, our mayor instituted the curfew.
Oh, okay. All right.
But she instituted it because of who Trump sit in. Because shit didn't get haywire until, like I say, law enforcement showed up. So, like, if you saw any of the video where, like, where the cop cars was getting, hit with the rocks and all this other shit.
Yeah.
What happened is, of course, like, again, like, people are coming outside, and there were people in the highway. But the police tried to corral them. So like all this shit was like they kind of like try to corral them underneath a bridge. So you had cops on one side, bridge right here, cops on another side. People up on top are seeing this. Leave those people alone. And the cops trying to get heavy-handed with them. So that's when the bullshit happened. You know what I'm saying? So, but once they got them up out of there, like once the cops kind of left the shit alone, and people left them alone. Like the people are only fucking with the police if the police fuck with them. That's it. And really, the police is. I mean, and I'm using that as a broad word. Like I mean, like LAPD, Highway Patrol, whatever National Guard is out there. Oh,
sausage is sausage, dog.
All of that shit. Anybody in the uniform, like if you being aggressive towards them, they're gonna get aggressive back. Like they people ain't scared of shit.
I'm. You know what? I should probably let somebody else talk first.
And I live right up the street, like only like maybe 3 to 5 traffic lights up is where the curfew area starts.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's crazy. That's a nice area, though. It's a nice area.
I read an article that a federal judge gave control of the National Guard back to the governor and basically said, yo, like, little man, you can't do that. Like, shut the fuck up. So, I mean, I'm sure that, Mr. Orange is going to fight it, but hopefully that helps to the point where they can start pulling some of that shit back.
Did the judge actually make it happen? Like, did they actually put out an order or are they just talking about it?
No, from what I understand, he ruled that like, yo, that's now I don't know like when that's gonna take effect because like I said, I just read that shit last night.
Yeah.
So maybe they're in the process, but hopefully that
is that recent. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So hopefully that starts to die shit down because, yeah, I mean, it seems like even the motherfucking like officials out there were like, yo, like that don't need to happen right now. Knock it off.
Well, the problem is this. Again, like, you know, the whole protest is about ICE.
Yeah.
And I think people are forgetting that part. You know what I mean? But what it is like, it's really like ICE is really doing dirty shit. Like they showing up to fucking immigration hearings and snatching people. They going to schools and snatching people. They going to work sites and snatching people. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the people that they're snatching, you could say these are people who are trying to live the right way. They're working. They're trying to get citizenship. They're going through the proper channels. And that's why people protesting, because ICE just fucking with people that's trying to do it the right way. Because one thing I haven't seen ICE walk into no neighborhood and try to get busy.
They're not going to East LA.
They ain't coming where I'm at.
I didn't get too many details, but I heard some wildness that they had eyes on hospital systems because if there was a newborn that like they didn't officially identify like the parent because of like certain circumstances which would identify that they were undocumented,
right?
They were like, oh, time to roll, and they would go to the hospital and be like, that your baby? And they'd be like, yeah, that's my little girl. And
I would not
just snatch him up.
I would not be surprised. I can't say I've seen any footage or heard of that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like they really doing some underhanded shit, like catching people picking up their kids from school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Picking up their kids from school. Where the kid gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't care about that. They don't care about that.
They don't. No, they don't. You know? So like,
now, how long you been in LA?
So what?
How long you been in LA? Like, because I'm born and raised. I was born and raised in the Bay Area, right? So I'm from California. This is nothing new for us, right? Like, back in the '90s, we had Prop 187. We were protesting. We are doing all that, and they were trying to snatch up people because that's when ICE was first created back then, right? 96, 95, right? So I'm just kind of curious, like the way they're going about it now. Right, because before they used to have like social services and all that good stuff on hand just to be able to grab the kids and make sure everything was straight or whatever. But when they started going after kids in schools, that's when we got up out of school and we just protested because there's no way you're gonna snatch up my friend, right? So we just stopped from the school, right? Are the kids doing the same thing? Are the people actually responding like that, where it's like immediately after ICE shows up, they're protesting on the street, or is it just a nice planned protest?
Well, first of all, the majority of people are hiding. Let me just put it that way. Like a lot of them, they can't risk the fight. So like even in my neighborhood, like like it's a lot of vendors that's normally out. Ever since ICE came out, these streets are clear. Like Saturday, I'm walking around. It's only like maybe like 5 vendors in a 4 or 5 block radius. That's usually full of them. You know what I'm saying? So like to the point you're making, like it's not a lot of people. The people who are being affected are doing their best to hide and not get into a confrontation. Because obviously, like, they're not caring whether or not you're legal or not. They snatching you the fuck up. I mean, it's all over the place. So, like, if you saw any of the footage of the people attacking, like, the caravan of ICE driving out, that's not actually in LA. That's a city right outside.
Yo, E, are you talking about those street vendors that were, like, spanning like 4 blocks going up to the train station?
Yeah.
God damn. Like for real, when we was walking down that area, like it was like 3-4 solid blocks of people, like vendors lining the streets right there.
That shit clear. Yeah. Dude, the park is clear.
Get the fuck
really?
out of here.
Okay.
Really?
Yo, that's wild.
The park is where everybody go do drugs.
Yeah.
That is
everybody does drugs in that park. Like, matter of fact, I think I put it maybe like right before I took my hiatus. Like, it's a famous deli up the street, right? And the owner of the deli, I think the deli might have been here at least 50 years. The owner of the deli told the city, told the mayor, like, if y'all don't clean up the park, I'm shutting my restaurant down. Like, it should make the news. They came out there, all that shit, right? They ain't give a fuck about that shit. They had a drive-by that happened right on the other side of the block of the train station. So they put fences up around the train station. So that kind of shut some of the vendors out. But this ICE shit happened, You do not see them. You don't even see the homeless people that would pitch tents at night after they break their vendor shit down.
Damn.
Like some of these vendors are homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got their tent right there, like they sleeping in a line, you know what I mean? Like on the sidewalk. They hold each other down. I don't see them outside.
That's crazy.
I don't see them outside. You know? So like it's a lot of scrambling for survival, like just hiding. You know, so like even like protests in the schools, the only protests that happen typically that I've seen, and that could be happening. Like again, I don't have children. I don't have any friends around me with school-age children. You know, so it could be going down that way, but I haven't heard about it. All I've seen is ICE pulling babies out of people's arms as they taking the mom or the dad into custody. That's all I've seen.
That's wild.
I know the best way for me to do this.
And motherfuckers is out here lying and shit. I got into funny shit. I got into a little stupid ass debate on Threads and shit, right? Because motherfuckers is watching, you know, the news or whatever social media platform they choose to get their news from, and they regurgitating shit that's not true. Mm-hmm. Like motherfuckers try to say, oh yeah, they set City Hall on fire. No, this is how it started. He said they down there setting businesses on fire. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, what businesses got set on fire? Well, I heard, you know, there was businesses set on fire. I heard City Hall got set on fire. I'm like, bro, none of that got set on fire. That's a lie. The motherfucker comes back and says, oh, that's funny. Cause how you gonna tell me what I saw with my own eyes? I'm like, bro, you just said you heard the shit. You just wrote that.
Yep.
Now you saying you saw it. Which one the fuck is it? Mm-hmm. Either you heard it or you saw it. I'm going with what you heard.
I heard that shit is
tight.
I saw it with my own eyes on a meme that somebody did.
I saw it with my own ears.
You know?
Yeah, I heard that with my own eyes.
Right. They playing some real dirty games with the media, bro. Like a lot of pictures they staged. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of shit is staged, man. Like fucking. Did y'all see the video of the cats? The photographers telling people stand on the car so they can take this picture. Have y'all seen that?
Nah, I ain't see that. Nah,
man, listen, you but get you some more friends from LA that's in the middle of that shit, and you'll see some outlandish shit, bro. Outlandish.
That is crazy.
You know,
that is crazy. I don't understand, especially in the current state of AI and all the shit that's happening with that. Like, how do you just jump out the window to trust what they showing you?
How do you readily believe whatever?
You just run right to it. They playing in our face
every time.
And they're letting it happen.
And they're letting it happen. Shit. Yo, this is my thing.
Wag of a dog, baby.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this so we can tie it all together in not even in a pretty bow, in a very ugly bow, a very ugly orange and red and white and blue bow. We're gonna tie a very ugly bow around this. Coming off the tail end of the energy that's been created by what's happening in LA, there was there were a rash of No Kings protests happened around the country this past weekend. There was one here in Tacoma, one in Seattle. I mean, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Everywhere. And I think that it's you know, it's cool to see people come together and you know, stand on some shit. That's cool.
And there were no reports of violence at any of them.
None.
Except ours. Except ours.
Yeah.
Instigated by no.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
He threw his shit on the ground.
Me too, bro.
see, that's why they said LA's violent.
You're the right.
I mean, he is the mad assassin.
I'm just clumsy.
He killed himself.
I'm just clumsy.
He is the mad assassin. I'm saying. But like you said, I mean, from everything I saw in the media that the media that responsibly report. I don't follow major news outlets on any Like fuck them, because I already know, regardless of which one it come from, I'm gonna have a problem with how you said it, because you own some bullshit, and I know it. So I go to the ones that tend to be unfiltered. Whether I agree or disagree, I know you're gonna say it like it is. You know what I'm saying? And everything I saw was like, yeah, I get it. And I'm gonna say this, and I hope nobody take this. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm not getting ready to try to sugarcoat this. I don't give a fuck how you take it. I couldn't give two shits how you take it. The reality of the matter is, and this is kind of the. Let me do this. Let me do this. This me talking to y'all. Okay? I'm gonna just lay it out for you real quick. Let me tell you what I saw at all these peaceful No Kings protests. Let me tell you what I saw. You know what I saw? I saw a whole lot of white people, a little bit of everybody else, whole lot of American flags, a whole lot of people mad at Agent Orange. What I didn't see was a plan for what you're supposed to do if you get him out the way. Oh, you mad at him like he the beginning of all this bullshit? You think that shit happens in... Bro, I don't give a fuck if you take his first 4 years, the 4 you said Biden fumbled, and then the time frame he fumbling now. You can add all that together, and you still can't find the genesis of none of this shit you mad about in none of that time. You got to go way back, and you scared to do that because then you got to admit something about your fucking self and about how you was raised and what the people around you that raised you believe. And that it took this out of control motherfucker for you to realize what the fuck you really living in. Oh, shit. They don't like the immigrants. They never have. What are you talking about? What are you... Come on, man. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you something. I want you to understand something very clearly. You think that there's... I'll put it in terms that people can understand. War on drugs. War on drugs. You know what the war on drugs really means? The war on drugs is, nah, we're going to give y'all drugs so y'all go to war so we got an excuse to keep y'all in slavery. Because the only way we can do it now legally is to put you in a fucking cage. Pay close attention to all the words that motherfuckers use when they talk to you. No kings? Right, there shouldn't be no kings. But if you ain't got the king, what the fuck do you got? What do you have? What are you going to do? What are you building with all these people standing out there waving these flags with you, with y'all peaceful asses? When the motherfuckers coming to the door, ain't thinking about peace. They ready to hit you with the piece above your head to turn the fucking pieces. One or the other. But you want to be peaceful. I need you to understand that peace only comes as a result of war. That's it. That's the only way you're going to get it. The only way you find peace in you is to go to war with your fucking self. That's how you find it. So how you think you're going to find it out here when the police want you dead? Because you black or because you brown or because you poor or whatever the fucking case might be. Because you ain't bow down when they illegally try to do some shit to you because they dumbass don't know the law. Fuck them. Yo, at the end of the day, dog, this is all I've been thinking in the back of my head this whole time. And I almost posted it. I typed it out to post it on Facebook one day. And I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I deleted it. And I said, don't do it. Don't do it. Not right now.
What? Okay.
Well, you know, fuck it.
But I'm glad you said that, though, because you said not right now, right? Like, because I agree with you. But again, like, you know, I always think about how people think. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think what you're saying is wrong. The challenge that you're issuing is real. The issue, though, with what you're saying, though, is, like you said, they just realizing it now. Motherfuckers hadn't had to think about a plan until now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't had to think about any kind of plan about what happens next until this happens, because it's just now happening.
You know what?
Like,
see what you mean by that.
You know what I'm saying? Like okay. A lot of us,
people was lost in comfort.
The marginalized minorities, like it would be great to have had a plan. I agree. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it only matters when certain people is getting touched. When it's just us, it's just us. And I told you, our problem is we can't agree on eggs and mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? So like niggas ain't gonna never come together.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
That's
my job. That's my job to be the contrary right now about our people because, like, look, my thing is like we be hollering all the time and begging them, stop hitting me, stop doing this to us, stop doing this or that. Why don't we just why haven't we come together and just been you know what? Fuck you. We don't need nothing that you have. We don't care. And be willing to starve since half of us are starving anyway, right? Be willing to come together and just be like, we don't need none of your systems. I see immigrants do that all the time when they come up. When they pull together, they come up. When they stay, they refuse everything that the government tries to give them, they come up. But we always end up with a handout.
Well,
and so it keeps us getting beat like dogs.
Now, to that point, I can't say that they refuse everything that's given to them. I can't say that. But I understand what you're saying.
Slaves? Yeah.
Say that again.
The things that keep them enslaved. Like when we get on certain programs, that keeps us enslaved to them because we can't make over a certain amount of dollars.
No, that's the fact. I think what happens too, though, in that same case, and I don't even want to take this too far into that, but again, people gonna be opportunists. You know, so I agree with you, but we're not the only ones taking advantage of those programs.
Oh, no. I'm just saying the way the programs are designed, it just keeps everybody enslaved. So whenever we take it, thinking that we could get a little bit of a held up, like I got on food stamps when I was in college when I first started, right? Thinking it was going to be a good thing. I went to try to go get my first good paying job, while I was still in college. Well, guess what? I make too much. So they cut me off food stamps, almost cut my tuition, and all that stuff that I was making, getting it because they perceived me as right when I tried to go get this other job. So it's not that the programs aren't helpful. They are definitely helpful.
Right.
But there's definitely people that take advantage of it. But the programs in themselves are designed to enslave you. So whenever we take it, when anybody takes it, right, they got you. So now you're in a rock and a hard place. Do I make this extra 5,000 and lose my food stamps, or do I sit there and try to make it work and stretch it out? Right. And then they want to holler about work requirements and all this other stuff as if we aren't already struggling or working 2 or 3 jobs trying to keep it on the under. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I was just only trying to put the little caveat in there, like we're not the only ones who take advantage of those programs and abuse them. We're not the only ones. That's all I was saying.
I think everybody abuses them, honestly. Like anybody who's on it, you have to.
Right. And guess what? We didn't start it first.
In the first place.
We didn't start it.
I was actually taught how to abuse it by a white dude, so I'm just saying, it was good. That's how I got off it. I was able to buy my way off.
oh shit, bro!
I'm gonna say that again.
I was thinking about applying.
I'm gonna say that one more time.
I was thinking about applying.
The abuse is in the fact that you need the system in the first place.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But let me ask you this. I was talking about this with somebody the other day, right? And I think we all, not everybody, I mean, obviously not everybody, but when I say we all, I mean the majority. I think a majority of people, we falling for the banana in the tailpipe too. And to me, the banana in the tailpipe is the way our government is set up. Because they tell us don't use government programs. And we're told we're given the air that is beneath humanity for us to take advantage of these programs. No other country looks at their citizens that way. You know what I'm saying? Like think again, like we could go into healthcare, bro. We get taxed and we don't get free healthcare. We gotta pay to get partial benefits back. Go to other countries and become a citizen. Ain't none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I kind of got mixed feelings about that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, as many friends as I have in different countries and shit, and when I had these conversations, like, oh bro, like, why don't you just go to the government? Like, the government actually helps them.
Our government hates us, man.
And we get taught that we're not supposed to use them.
See, y'all under the impression that you looking at all these other countries like Sweden and Finland and all these nice countries that take care of their people, and you forget that's not us. We're capitalists. We want fucking money. So if I can't commodify your entire life, it don't belong here. And for all y'all to get upset about who we are as Americans, to be fucking capitalists, till they squeeze you to death.
Right.
You're not Americans. You're not patriots. You don't understand. You need to leave because you don't get it. Like this is what this country's about. This is what this country's always been about since day one.
It's a mind fuck. It's a mind fuck.
And it is. And so like, the melting pot bullshit, the whole like, oh, we're trying to make the world better and all this other. That's all propaganda bullshit. We're all about making money. It's about making money. Every immigrant that comes here and is successful understands that. They come here because they want to make fucking money. People that are born here, though, they don't understand that because they're told lies that you're an American. You're here for freedom and democracy and this, that, and the other. Apple pie. But no, you're really here because you're chattel. You were born into it, so I got a stamp on your ass. It's called your social security card. And now, go make me some money, bitch. That's what this is about.
Right.
If you're not making money, you are not an American.
And don't ask me for shit. But I still want you to ask me for shit.
That was very Bay Area of you. Go make me some money, bitch. That was very Bay Area of you. Go make me some money, bitch.
Too short to understand. So like, this is how we were raised, Go make me that money.
Man. I think there's an element that people are missing. And I'll try to say this as quickly as I possibly can. I think there's an element that people are missing. This is where everything starts to change. And this goes back to what Pete was saying, but also it just kind of ties into the overall scope of everything we kind of talked about throughout this conversation. It kind of starts with this. Hey, I recognize that there's a person who lives right next to me. There's another person who lives on the other side of me. You know what I'm saying? And I see these people walking to and from their cars, from their parking spot to their crib all the time. They see me walking from my car to my crib all the time. We might head nod, loop, something. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't never really exchanged no pleasantries, so to speak. So we neighbors, but this ain't really a community. It's just neighbors. You know what I'm saying? You start to tie the threads together that change all of that other shit. And I'm gonna try to do this without going too deep into some other shit. But you begin to change that thread when you start saying, hey, I really want to build it. And start motherfuckers take the word community and they spread the web too fucking wide. Maybe start with the people you live around. Yeah. Start there. See, the fucked up part is a lot of us live in diverse neighborhoods and we want to fool ourselves into thinking our community only exists amongst people that look like us. Where all of us live here.
Right.
Get over that shit. Do we, as black people, got some specific shit that we need to handle for us? You goddamn right. Absolutely. But this, I'm going to use the flash word of the moment. This fascism we dealing with, it ain't just affecting black people. And what's happening right now should tell you that. The other part of what I was saying about what I seen, about it being a whole lot of white people and a little bit of us, hey, white people, and Monster will agree with me, it's about fucking time y'all woke up and came to the table. Now what you gonna do?
It never
now what you gonna do that you hear? Now that you hear what you gonna do? That's my
yeah. I mean, like, because I was just gonna say the flip side of that. It never mattered when it was just us. It never mattered when it was just us.
Sure indeed.
And
that's why my sympathy is kind of That's why my answers are the way that my answers are, because it did, like you said, it didn't matter when it was just us. It didn't matter when it was like Muslims a couple of years back. It didn't matter when it was Mexicans before. You know what I mean? Whenever we play this little shell game of who's the bad guy, who's the evil race, whatever, it never matters when it's not them. But now it's pointed at them. And then now their friends, their workers, their businesses are in threat because of the way Agent Orange is running his house. And they're now upset. Well, I'm sorry that you're upset, but I'm not really that sorry, because we told you, we've all been telling you this is going to go down. You're going to feel it eventually. Oh, no, he's different this time. No, he's learned his lesson. Oh, no. And they just kept pushing this dude. He was impeached twice. Come on, man. Ain't nobody done the amount of crimes this man has done and sat in that chair. Like, legit. Like, he got caught for it. He's bad at even doing the slick shit. Like, and yet you still, he's fine. Okay, cool, be fine. He's gonna come for your ass, and when he comes for your ass, and you're gonna swing low right along with me. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with it. I'm gonna be like
sweet chariot out this motherfucker.
the phrase "anybody could get it" has never been more real until now. Anybody can get it. Motherfuckers never understood. Anybody could get it.
Anybody.
Oh, I'm gonna send this a little different direction, because I know we're getting ready to wrap up soon, and they're like going down a lot of rabbit holes. Some of these protests had a lot of people. You got like 200,000 motherfuckers in the streets. 200,000 motherfuckers all coming together with one purpose can kill a whole lot of people.
Facts.
Like, you wipe the slate clean right there. So, like, everybody was like, bring your flags, because then we can show that we can support the country. But they could have just been like, yo, let's murder. And everything would have been fine.
It would have been over.
Yeah. Like, we could have ended this shit a week ago.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you see how fast they all kind of like, it was No King's Day, Obama Appreciation Day, it was Fuck Trump Day, it was everybody was organizing this stuff, and then we all kind of coalesced to the whole No Kings. That sounds good. We had a focus group, you know what I mean? And people were like, No Kings, yeah, I like that, and they did it. 200,000 motherfuckers, right? Trump was running this thing $8 billion or whatever for that parade of his, and he had like all the six people show up. I mean, he got the whole United. So it can be done. I mean, you can just walk up in there. It can't stop. You know
what? But
people don't think outside the box. That's the problem.
Right. What you just said is the result of what Seven was saying. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
it's all about choices, man.
Comfort is a hard thing to overcome.
Back to it. So if you can make motherfuckers do it, you done did something.
Yeah, like for what y'all both saying, like, motherfuckers are still, they're comfortable just pointing. You did it.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit home. You know a lot of time, but
this is
it's gonna hit home quick when you have that mixed friend. When they have that brother-in-law who's Latino that gets swooped up, that Filipino, you know what I mean, like half brother or whatever that gets taken. It's really gonna start hitting home when it starts hitting their family members and stuff like that, and then they can't point anymore. They got to sit there and go through the actual system that we all have to go through to try to get their family back, and that is a pain. And like anybody who's had family members deported or gone to jail knows how hard it is to try to get a little bit of information to try to find out what we can do to help and help this situation, or even just get them back. They don't even know. For those, for my folks that have had family members, my white folks that have family members that gone to jail, you know. But for those well-meaning point-fingered ones in those marches, you don't know. And you will. You'll find out.
Come try and deport Mojo back to Nicaragua and see what happened. That's what I'm saying.
I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Hey, dog, listen. And I'm gonna say this as cool as I can possibly say it. It's a whole lot of shit going on. I hope that y'all got your head on the swivel and y'all paying close attention to what's happening around you. If there was ever a time for you to get to know the people around you and for y'all to, if nothing else, y'all don't gotta like each other, y'all don't gotta love each other, but y'all got to protect each other. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Y'all all got children, y'all got people that y'all love that y'all trying to hold down. There's no way you can do that isolating yourself. Get to know the people around you.
And I'm gonna put this out there too, because I don't know if any of you saw my I ended up deleting this shit because there was some shit in the video that I didn't want. But I have definitely seen you know how you always hear like the things like, oh, somebody dropped a box of bricks over here, a box of guns over here, a box of hammers, like all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I have definitely been seeing those same big ass chunks that you saw people tossing at the cop cars, just in random areas now.
It's spawn up now. It's part of the whole.
These pieces of concrete have nothing to do with any of the terrain that's around you.
What?
There's no sidewalk. Concrete around. Ain't no sidewalk, no building. I'm like, why the fuck outside my building? So, son,
save this.
That's crazy.
It's alive.
Yeah, like it's you know, like I typically don't get into shit like that.
See a little van pull up, just push and drive off.
May need that later.
Like I don't mean big piles of shit, but I mean like it's one right here, it's five right there. Like,
right, strategic. Make it look normal.
Yeah, they can't just do a big ass hill of bricks in the middle of the road and be like,
you go. If you feel like protesting today,
I suggest this brick kind, sir.
Oh shit! Yeah, I feel it. Absolutely.
You know, I'm just saying, like
Riot.
You know, like, there is an okie doke that they'll pull on you. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
yeah,
sure indeed.
You know,
yeah.
Like
they
cannot believe.
Pick up the brick, it says "throw me."
Right.
Think about
Use
this.
me on.
Think about this.
June 20th.
How often have you seen online motherfuckers saying LA is on fire? How often have you seen that?
Every time something happens.
Hella times, yeah.
Ain't nothing burn up but a Waymo car.
Anytime I'm gonna light my cigarette. LA's on fire.
How LA on fire? You know what I'm saying? Like they try to plant this into somebody's head so that you might go set a fire. Like I said, it's the most level-headed shit I don't even want to backtrack on.
Motherfuckers out there are like, oh, that's what we're doing.
What? It really made me wonder, like, what I saw in the past. How heavy was it for real?
Mm-hmm.
Like just in whatever situation, like you know what I mean. Like obviously, the easiest thing for me to say would be Rodney King, because like you know that was when it was. We wasn't here. None of us was here.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So, what you was here. You was here. So I'm not gonna downplay that. You know what I'm saying? But all this other shit, it's hard for me to believe it was as
wild as they said it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe it.
I feel you.
Because we got more cameras now than ever. And we can actually see people in the middle of shit. I mean, like, it's so peaceful. And they still trying to tell you, nah, they wilding out there. No, they're not.
No,
they're not. You know who wilding? The motherfuckers on them horses. The motherfuckers with the rubber bullets. I did not know this. I did not know that when you shoot rubber bullets, you're supposed to shoot at the ground first.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, not a direct hit.
I did not know that, and now I know it because they are shooting motherfuckers direct.
There was this lady that was like, there was a bunch of pigs standing outside of an apartment building, and she lived in the apartment, so she was just crossing the road, and they were like, "Stop!" And she was like, "I live there," and she kept walking, and they were like, "Bop bop."
Yeah, and they shot her.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. That's that bullshit, man.
With a rubber bullet. In it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna say this cool as I can possibly say it, then we're gonna slide. Because the one thing that they've proven that they're really good at is telling a story. And I dig that. Cool. Tell your stories. Because you know, all of us who are drawn to entertainment, we're used to people telling stories. It's cool. As a matter of fact, I just want to say for the record, for all the people out there who may be thinking of inviting me to one, I never would want to come to your Obama Appreciation Day. Don't invite me. I ain't coming. Fuck that. But he also was good at telling a story. I'm just saying. And sometimes we have to learn to celebrate the people who are the best at telling stories. And the way I see it, we go a lot of time throughout our lives listening to people tell stories who don't quite get to the core of it, who don't really tell it the way it should be told. But then there's some who are a little different.
Welcome back, everybody, into another amazing episode of High Notes, where we cover everything from buds to beats. And speaking of storytellers,
this thing is crazy, yo. I'm high as shit right now. Go ahead.
Speaking of being high and celebrating storytellers, one of the best storytellers ever came out with an album over 2 decades in the making, and we finally got another album. Slick Rick came out with an album recently this year called Victory. Curious to know what everybody thinks about it. This was actually a pretty lengthy cut, pretty lengthy record. There's some shorter joints on there, but there's still a lot of tracks. More people. My experience is like 10 to 12 tracks, but after 20 years, right out of the door, right out of the gate, is 15 tracks. That's a lot of work to put out after a long time. Did anybody else listen to it? Is Slick Rick, the album's called Victory?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
I was listening to it on the way home.
Good. Do you listen to the whole thing?
I've been playing it every day.
Oh, okay. Since it dropped. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm definitely curious about what you guys think about it, but we always cover buds and everybody seems to be smoking on something except for me. I'm curious to know what everybody's smoking on right this moment.
How the host of High Notes ain't smoking. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, just better late than never.
True indeed. I mean, E, you the special guest tonight. What you smoking on, my brother?
You're not gonna believe this.
Yes, I am.
I'm smoking Bubba Kush. When was the last time you heard those words?
Ooh,
wow,
very nice. Speaking of classics,
Kush in a few years. Yeah, Bubba Kush in a few years. I don't think.
Bubba Kush, baby.
Yeah, that's just crazy. All right,
it's a good one. Right. What's the name of the company? I suppose that put their sticker on it.
The Weed Man.
The Weed Man.
I like that.
I got this from the Weed Man. Like I actually.
Gotcha.
This ain't for no company. Yeah, I was.
I was like, damn, that's a pretty cool name for a company.
That would be good. Right? Yeah. I was. Big Twins had a listening session at Bart Oatmeal Studio.
See.
Tell.
Bart Oatmeal is Baron Davis.
Baron Davis. See. That's what I was waiting for right there.
And I needed some bud, and the homie was there. And I typically go to the store, but the homie was there, so got some Bubba Kush.
Nice.
Bubba Kush. Hell
that's so cool. He's always doing cool shit in fucking Los Angeles.
You know what I mean?
Man.
I mean, I was just waiting for something to hate on.
Y'all could always move, man. Y'all can always move.
We could. We got to make it fall in line. We got to make it fall in line. You're absolutely right.
Hey, y'all buy Gravitas Sun in the Morning, Book of the Monster Volume 1, support Emerald Beat so we can move to
LA. We need the compound.
That might be the
Let's have a
conversation after this is over.
Okay. Well, Seven, what are you smoking on?
You personally, I'm smoking on Stone Age, my people, Stone Age, and the joint is called, they always got wild shit. This is called Satan's Spinach.
Wow, like the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Is Stone Age the outdoor company?
Stone Age do outdoor, yeah, absolutely. They fire.
Okay. Word. I like they bud.
And all they shit, all they pre-rolls is infused, and they like $6 at the most. Yeah, like they fire. They fire. I'm high right
So P stuck behind the logo, and I've been kind of giggling at myself the entire time.
Oh, what's it? Yo,
it's hilarious.
I had somebody say
he peeked over it, and I was like, damn.
He's like, hello.
Somebody got to say something. He smokes as well. He don't smoke indoors because of the the rules that Why would you want to make any of that smell like weed or anything for that matter aside from I don't know cotton, but like fresh laundry, fresh linen.
Lavender,
not the right. Lavender's cool. I meant to say like fresh linen. Cotton's the only word I got.
I'm fucking dying.
I'm sorry.
It's like I'm running slaves out the back.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that is crazy.
I'm ruined.
Anyway, I'm smoking on Faded. It's called Faded.
Wow,
that's the company.
That's crazy.
Damn it!
Right. I do not know the strain now, unfortunately, but the company is called Faded. I just recently fell upon them, and they are fire. It's little small buds, indoor grow, so it's not too not too crystally, not too toasty, but it's good. It's good stuff.
Quick question for everybody. P, just starting with you. What's the price point on that?
That one I think is coming in at $30 right now.
Not bad, especially for the type of grow. Seven, are you with the infused shit? What are you paying for one of those joints?
I mean, that's the part. That's the dope shit about Stone Age. I think the most expensive I've seen them at any dispensary for the pre-rolls, like $650 maybe. You know what I'm saying?
These are crazy deals.
And the wild shit is like, and I'll say this real quick, like the other shits that's like $5, but it'd be them nasty flavored shits. I hate that shit. But yeah, that's why the first time I fucked with Stone Age, I was like, yo, it's dope that you get like real bud, like this some real shit. But it's for this number, you know what I mean? I like that shit. Yeah.
And for anybody that's in LA, what about you, E? What are you paying for? Oh, never mind. I forgot. You're not going to those.
You went to the weed man.
My bad.
Yo, what the weed man costing?
This is way cheaper than what you think it should be.
Oh shit!
Support the community. Buy from your local weed man, bro.
But only if you know where he gets his bud from.
True. It's not as simple. It's not as simple. But
yeah.
So Monster Elicit doesn't smoke weed, and anybody that's joining us for the first time, he likes to get these weird fucking vapes, and I want to know what flavor it is this time.
All right, so this one kind of fucked me up.
Oh shit!
It's called Tropical Yellow Drop, and it fucked me up for two reasons. One, because when it says yellow drop, it made me think of piss.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, so you're saying that this is like Hawaiian piss? Like you could have just called it Hawaiian piss. I still would have bought it. But the thing is, it's green.
Fiji.
Yeah.
Fiji.
And I'm like,
Fiji piss.
wait a minute.
Yo, this is just turning into a bad Diddy party right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Green piss and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. But it tastes good. It tastes tropical. So somebody been eating they pineapple.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've actually been smoking on this pink Zaza for quite a while. There's like really nothing that I can find so far that compares to it. I have I by Uwe. I want to try to touch on some other strains I haven't really tapped into yet, but that'll be for another time. But yeah, I'm still holding on to a pretty decent amount of this for you guys because I really want you to try it. P, I think you would really, really fucking like this. So whenever we're able to, actually meet up in person again, I'd really, really like for you guys to take some of the shit.
I'm trying to make that happen soon. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man, come visit because I mean that's kind of what this has turned into. You know what I mean? Trying to find more local companies that are starting from the bottom and trying to make a name for themselves in the industry. Some of the dispensaries carry that shit.
I'm gonna try to get up there within the next 30 days.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It would be cool. Yeah, just for trying the weed alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Take
you want like a weed tour? You go to Mojo, gonna throw a little weed.
That would be
from
fucking
Tacoma
cool.
to Seattle.
That would be super fire.
I'll take you to a couple of dispensaries that I go to.
Okay.
Yeah, we should talk about that because the gears are spinning. So
with it.
Yeah, for sure. But the Pink Zaza's fire. It's a heavy indica by Uwe. This is definitely one of those higher end quality ones. That's really why I keep going back to it. It's $180 for an ounce. But I think the price point, yeah, I know. But I think the price point is worth it. This is
What'd you say?
That brings me to my point. That brings me to my point. So what's so crazy is that there are companies like this who are being forced to drop their prices. I believe something like this in like 2014 would have probably went for about $300, and people were buying it. I was buying shit like that, but the quality is there, and it's one of those kind of things where it's like, are you going to shell out for the quality? Granted, I don't think you should be reaching 300 anymore at this day and age. I don't think you guys should be reaching 300 anymore.
Oh,
but
fuck no.
The fucking flavor profile on this is crazy. The aroma on it, the terpenes, just it's just true to the label. It's the ooh wee. And so I really fucking enjoy rolling this up. Honestly, I grind it up. I don't even want to pick it apart with my fingers if I'm in a pinch or anything like that.
Hey yo, they got a
grind it up to get the true aroma on it.
Ooh, we got a joint called Mr. Bad. I think you would like. I've only had it in the pre-roll, but
that spend more money. Okay.
Fire. Mr. Bad was pretty fire. Yeah, they got a couple joints that's really, really dope. I fuck with Uwe heavy. Yeah, I fuck with Uwe.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah. But anyway,
I never would have picked that shit up just because of the name of it. Uwe, no.
Yeah, see, but that's why I thought the fucking the Weed Man was a fucking company name.
No doubt. But no. I mean, exactly. That Uwe shit is funny though. It's like all I can think about is Martin Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna try that.
Well, they got tons of companies like that up here too. Like it's so saturated. You know what I mean? And it's for a good reason and also a very, very bad reason. But
yeah, same here. Like us. Like I'd say when the camera's off, what I paid for this shit. You can be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What do you, as far as quantity goes, what do you usually grabbing?
Depends, man. I'm a zip at a time kind of guy, but I don't smoke a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not an all day smoker. Like a zip can last me a month if it's like really good. If it's like really good,
wholesale,
last me a month.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I do the same thing. That's
6 hours.
It's a beautiful thing about it when you're rolling joints too. Like you're not trying to fill out a blunt.
Right.
When you're rolling up papers, you make it a month.
But it's got to be really good
for it to last a month.
Yeah. Because if it's not
really good, it's gone.
I'm gonna burn through it.
Like you mean as far as like the potency?
Yeah. It's got to be really good. Like for me to hit a month now. Like a month is my average, but like nowadays it kind of be like, this shit ain't everything don't. And it could just be me. It could just be me too, because now I'm like every day I'm taking edibles and smoking at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You need a tolerance break.
So I do.
Yeah.
You're
sound
right.
like fucking 7. You need a tolerance break.
I do.
But that's cool, man. No, I'm
take
glad
a break
that
you.
See, but the problem is if he takes a break, his tolerance goes down.
True.
Right? For everyone around me.
That's
You don't want that. You don't want to see me on the news, dog.
Right.
Me laced up.
That part right there.
So
I'm gonna sleep great tonight.
facts. I don't want to jump too far off subject because we are definitely supposed to be covering the music. So back to the Slick Rick album. Yeah, exactly. So Victory, man. Okay, I definitely need to know everybody's opinion. I know all of you guys listen to it at least one time through. So, P, if you want to jump it, if you want to like get it started, what did you think about the album, man?
Honestly, it brought me back. It's straight like it nostalgia mixed with hearing some new shit, right? Like I finally, you know how you just want to hear new music, and I was actually happy to hear some good boom bap that was like well versed, well put together. I was very happy with it. I listened to it on the way to work today, on the way back. It was just great cruising music, kind of good for the summertime with the sunshine and all that good stuff. I just popped in my head the whole time. Didn't even mind traffic. That's how good it was for me. You know what I mean? You know me, I hate traffic. So like I was just in the car. So it was good. I didn't have any real standouts because I was listening to it all the way through. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm gonna be like E, probably listening to it every day, and if I find the tracks. So
right. Okay. 7.
Man. I really like it. I really like it. I think the thing that impressed me the most was I don't think people realize Rick is, I think he's 60 plus.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So he hasn't dropped the album in like 27 years or some shit like that. To hear him as comfortable on the beats as he sounds, like he sounds like Slick Rick. He don't sound like an old out of practice MC trying to be Slick Rick. He sounds like Slick Rick. I mean, it's a few joints on there that I'm kind of like, okay. Most notably the two more up to. I mean, I understand the the whole house-ish influence. I get it. I understand. I know where you're from. I know what your background, your cultural background and all of that shit is. So it's cool. I get it. I understand why you did it. It just ain't for me. That's cool. But it's good. But it's dope to hear you get that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I love the joint with him and I think him and Mr. Jones did their thing. Salute to Nas. I actually liked what's homie name? I'm gonna look at it. I'm getting ready to cheat just a little bit. I'm gonna look right now. Gigs, the one that was on the Distress joint with him. I like Gigs. Gigs sounded real like it was like it was the perfect example of what you were saying, P, about it being classic with something new. Like it's Slick Rick. He sounded like Slick Rick, and this is Gigs, and he got the accent, but it sounds like something new. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound like Slick Rick. I enjoyed that. Yeah, man. Rick did his thing, yo. I'm super happy to see him not only put some new shit out, but for it to be as poignant as it is, man. Like it's got staying power. Like I've been listening to it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So and it's a lot of records, but I mean it's only 27 minutes long, so it ain't no big thing. You know what I'm saying? I could do that on a ride to work and back and on my lunch break twice. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm fucking with it.
All right, well. Ethemadassassin.
I loved it. It was funny what Seven said, like he could do it out the house. That's what I love most about it. I like the fact he did that. It sounded like some shit that I would hear in England. You know what I'm saying? So like it was just dope to hear him just decide to do that. You know what I mean? Like people don't rap over house no more. You know, and if he was a club head, dancing head, like that shit just worked for me. I was like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of people didn't like the music on him. Like, just took a different approach. You know, like it's a very nostalgic approach. And then to me, like just the combination of the house, it almost kind of sounds futuristic, even though it's still a throwback. You know, so I'm like this is dope.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Like I'm enjoying it a lot.
Okay. Monster Elicit.
I didn't listen to it because
Okay.
and Seven's reaction is exactly why I didn't listen to it. Because I had some shit come up that I knew I had to deal with. And Slick Rick is one of the most prolific storytellers in history. And I was not going to bastardize my listening experience by trying to like half listen to it or like you work while I'm listening to it and do other things. So it's like buying, a really good bottle that is gonna hit, but popping it when you know that like you can sit and enjoy it. So yeah, I was like, nope. So I bought it as soon as it came out. Like I had it earmarked that as soon as it dropped, an alarm went off and I was like, purchase. But then I just let it sit and simmer for a second. So I'm hoping to get it to it this weekend because now some of that shit's passed and I've taken care of it. But I was like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna do it.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, I listened to it.
That was a really good answer.
It was. I was gonna.
You didn't do your homework.
Exactly. Sounds like an excuse.
If it was any other artist, I'd have been like, okay, I'll listen to it while I'm driving, and like, yeah, I'll like we've gone through a whole gang of artists that I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. Even when we're told the day before, like, yo, check out this album for high notes or anything else, like I'm like, okay, yeah, but nope. The moment y'all said Slick Rick, I was like, okay, but no.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you some credit though, because I listened to it the first time and I was kind of doing shit, and I was like, okay, I'm not catching what I should be catching. The second time I gave it its just due, and I was like, okay, yeah, like nah, I like this shit.
Yeah, Rick rapping, yo.
Yeah,
Rick rapping, yo. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I wanna give everybody an opportunity to figure out their joint rating, and I'm curious to know what you guys are placing it on the joint scale.
And what's the scale?
5 joints is terrible. 1 joint is amazing.
I like how you do that.
You came up with it, Bozo. We still implementing that shit because
he came up with the joint rate and I came up with doing it backwards.
Yeah, it's in the commandments for high notes, so
Why you call him Bozo?
Bozo.
Bozo for that. No, man, that's been my word. Everybody's a bozo. It's the funniest insult you could call somebody.
I just know it sounded familiar. That's all.
Yeah, man. Everybody's a bozo.
Yo.
I give it a 2.
I was just thinking of how genius that was with the 5. Anyway, I'm giving this shit like wait a minute. So like we go 2.5 backwards. I say like a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm at about a 2.5.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And we'll tune in next week to get Monster's response after he had his cognac.
I can give it right now. It's gonna be a 1.
Because you don't smoke.
Yeah,
it's
so my take on it was, it's one of those kind of things where you have to absolutely listen to it because of who Slick Rick is. That immediately calls for 1 joint. When you start getting into the fact that he has a very, I don't want to use the word dated because I feel like that adds insult to his style. It's not dated, but you can recognize it out of anywhere. That is still just 1 joint. When you start getting into the dated aspect of his flow, that's where I start to feel like you add on to the joints, because Slick Rick absolutely demands respect. He absolutely deserves it, because when I listen to this, there's nothing like this. There's nothing like this rapper specifically. Nobody raps like this because people are not cool with it. They're just not as confident in it as Slick Rick is, which is fucking amazing. I got my own lane type of shit. So that still demands one joint. So I had a very hard time because I was kind of laughing at most of this. I was like, did we need this? And I would go back and forth and be like, yes, we did, because it's cool, it's fun, which still demands one joint. And so there are so many things that I had listened to, and the reason why I give it a joint and a half is because of this fucking track, "Cause I'm Here." I was trying to get into the house shit, and I'm like, Slick, bro, Ricky, Richard, my guy, we don't need this, but we do need it. I just don't like this song.
Yeah, you're not a house head.
I'm not a house head at all whatsoever. Yeah. But I understood it, because you know what it does? It opens up a whole lot of doors for that song to get in places that my music wouldn't be able to get into if I'm staying in my lane. I'm
hearing that in the in the Dutch nightclub at 2 a.m.
Exactly. The nightclub, fashion shows. Slick Rick is big on fashion. All that shit. The track where he had and it was a whole like interlude. I did that. You can't disagree with this man,
right?
Which still deserves one joint, but you get that half a joint, Rick. You get that half a joint for that one track, bro. You start making me giggle when he's like Rainbow Flag, Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres. And then he's like, peace. Bro, light up the other one I got in the ashtray right fucking now. Yo,
but see, I guess the opposite of that is why the opposite of that is why I give it the other pieces, the 2.5.
Yeah.
Because I would have liked to heard them on some like updated shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to have heard.
He played it safe. He played it safe with this.
He did.
Yeah, I feel that.
I definitely agree with to a degree, but you know, because
after
the house rapping and shit, you know. Go ahead. My bad.
I mean, how safe is it after 25 years? I mean, really.
I was about to say. I mean, after all this time, he could have threw it out there and brick.
He's giving people what's the Slick Rick that people want to hear. I mean, again,
I wanted to hear him treat him like a prostitute.
Fair.
That shit was fire, man.
I look forward to coming in next week and arguing with every one of you, and I will prove that this deserves one joint.
The name of the song is "Treat Her Like a Prostitute."
How does that not
Slick Rick
get one joint
and called motherfuckers crumbs?
That beat.
Dog, do you know how confident you got to be to jump on a hip hop song with all the other rappers that was out at that time and be like crumbs? Fuck y'all niggas. I'm Slick Rick.
Crumb bum.
Yo, that shit was wild, bro. I love Rick, man. Love Rick. I actually did a show with him at Ziggy's in Winston-Salem. Yo, that shit was fun.
Lit. Well, yeah, man. I think everybody, you know, makes sense with their joint ratings. I'm definitely curious about Monster's rating when he has an opportunity. Yeah, smoke some fucking weed because it's good. What kind of raps? What are you rolling in right now, E?
Raw papers.
Same. I don't like raws, man. I like zigzags. I have a very particular reason for it, because when I'm trying to roll with raw papers, I feel like the paper's dry as fuck, and it just slips and slides in between my fingers while I'm trying to roll my log, and it's really difficult. So a lot of my weed falls out.
Really?
No, not. No, put me in pause jail. No.
Barnes. Don't pass, bro.
That's
Don't collect
crazy.
$200.
Lock him up.
Uh,
Lock him up.
I like to roll with zigzags, but I think it's because of the makeup of the paper. Because I think with zigzags they have they use rice paper.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta find my little booklet.
Okay. I use organic raw.
Yeah, that's what I thought I had. I got classic raw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now get the organics.
Okay. I'll have to try
I
that
kind
out.
of get what you're saying with those raws. Those are kind of thick.
Yeah, we like them thick.
Yeah, they kind of waxy.
Do it. Yep. Put me back. Take me back. Take me back. All right, y'all. This is High Notes. We cover everything from buds to beats, baby. My name is Mojo Barnes. That's it.
Yeah. Just like that. Just like that. Oh man. Salute to Slick Rick, man. Salute to Nas and all the people over there at Mass Appeal doing this run they about to do, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what all of this music sound like. I'm real interested in seeing what this Mobb Deep album. Very interested in what that sounds like. So and of course the Nas and Primo album. Everybody kept saying I believe it when I see it. I guess we about to see it. At least that's the word on the street. So. Yeah, salute to them, man. Salute.
Let's see what that Raekwon sounds like.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was the other one. Okay, hell yeah, he was the other one. Yeah, man, look.
Okay.
Yeah. Who doing the production on that joint was a question.
I don't know.
That's the question. For me, with Raekwon, that's definitely the question. It got to be the right production. Got to be. It's got to be. Man, too much wild shit going on out here. Yo, you know what? Matter of fact, sometimes every now and then, I come across something when I'm scrolling on social media that I feel like perfectly. If I was to show it to somebody, it would perfectly explain to them how I feel about the world and myself within it, and just the type of energy that I be wanting to exude to people when they see me. Do y'all mind if I share with y'all how I feel about that? I mean, this is the type of energy that I want the world to know that I'm on at all times, like at all times, all the time.
The computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga. This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket eyes. I had a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
It's diabolical.
This motherfucker is crazy, yo.
Cold piece, yo.
Yo, I told somebody, I was like, yo, dog, 50 Cent is my spirit animal, dog. I'm telling you. If I like motherfuckers better be glad that, man, that's all I can say. Motherfuckers better be glad. Oh shit. That is crazy. That's crazy. What you drinking, E?
A big ass cup.
Voodoo Ranger.
Big ass cup.
Voodoo Ranger? You like Voodoo Ranger? What is there like a specific flavor?
It's I think this is the Juicy Hazy IPA.
Juicy, huh? Ooh.
Yeah, Juicy Haze IPA.
Ooh. I had an IPA earlier.
Very citrusy.
Sounds like it.
very citrusy.
Citrusy.
It's summertime, you know. So yeah.
What's,
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
They sell Blue Ranger down here. I'm trying to. They sell it's an IPA called Space Dust. The flavor is called Space Dust.
Yeah, Elysium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Elysium.
Yeah, that's good.
I try to pick their beers based off of the picture they use for their label. That shit's fire.
I mean, it's a spot out here we can get that shit on draft.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow.
My ex-girlfriend used to do that too. Yeah.
Gotta take you out here.
Yeah.
Think it's special now. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yo, look. Hold up. There's some things in this world that I don't understand, but this one I need. Monster. Listen. Never mind. I'm gonna just play it. I don't need you to explain this. I need you to explain this.
Okay.
But when your life depends on it, sometimes you got to get a little creative.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yawning? With its butt? Okay. Okay, well, whatever it's doing is that open portal presents the pearlfish with a solution. Understandably, that sea cucumber is a little unsure. I know I would be. But it can't clench forever.
Bro.
That's so nice,
Wow.
Now is her chance. A layer of mucus protects her from the toxins, and... oh, reverse parking.
Same.
We're all watching
So I don't know if y'all caught that was Ryan Reynolds.
I was just about to ask that.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So that's the pearlfish's defense mechanism. It parts itself in the booty hole of a sea cucumber, and that way it can get away from predators. But in order, like it's like to catch a predator, because in order to get away from predators, it got to become one.
Oh shit!
That's great.
That
whole thing was pretty interesting.
Say booty hole again.
Yeah. Right in the booty hole.
Oh, nonchalant.
What happened afterwards?
It chilled for a minute until all the predators are out the way, and then it's like, good job, at least $50 on the bedside, and then it dips.
How does a sea cucumber feel afterwards? Is it, because it doesn't seem too aware of what's happening?
Did you see all the fish's face that was watching it go?
That's kind of like,
you're nasty.
What was it in danger from?
Nothing.
Nah.
It's in danger from itself because it likes to do it.
It had to wait.
The
it wasn't like it was going like
it can't clench for long. I heard the word clench.
Hey, you said you got to listen to the words that they use, and man, they telling you some bullshit. They just showed these motherfuckers.
You ever see? You ever hear one of them dudes be like, "Well, if she didn't dress that way." That's the pearlfish.
Wasn't so
that's the pearlfish.
Ready for me to hide out in.
Yeah, it'll be like, oh, there's a predator. Let me get in that booty.
I had to get in your butt. I'm sorry. I tried that at the club once. It didn't work. No, it's
so funny.
So it has a mucus membrane that lines it so that it can get in there smooth. It's the Diddy fish of the ocean.
I'm just
no lube. All right.
It comes pre-lube, just like Diddy.
It comes lube.
Don't need it.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like when you saw that like Diddy started taking baths and body oil, like he was watching National Geographic. He was like, man, the pearlfish. Yep, and he just did it.
The right idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they expect us to believe that fish was in danger.
Absolutely. Any way for them to sell it.
Yeah.
In the booty hole is where
Like
it's
the fish
at.
tried, the motherfucker clenched up, he backed up and waited. What kind of thing? He would have to run for nothing?
See?
No, that's just what he tells the courts. No, I was in danger.
Wow.
That's it. That dude made that shit up. Told us that bullshit.
On the spot.
Yeah, that's the pearlfish.
He's in danger. Yeah, right. That motherfucker's looking forward.
I got. Hold on.
A rip roaring good time.
Good.
Hold on. We ain't done yet. Hold on.
In this marginalized area where another one is gone.
She said, "Oh."
Did you see that? Nah, you ain't see it. You couldn't see it. I'm gonna do it again.
Heavy here in Mexico City, in this marginalized area where
whoopsie.
Another one
He
is gone.
did it like the pearlfish.
I love that you do like another one. Like there's a whole traffic.
Another one is gone.
Another one.
Damn.
People just ride underneath the ocean, underneath the street.
I think I was drinking my beer the first time it happened. That motherfucker just back up. He just did that shit on purpose. It's like
no.
It's like he looked like.
Apparently, there's sinkholes happening all over the place, like right now, like big ass holes opening up. People getting swallowed.
Look like a cat pushing.
No,
some
that was
shit.
straight suicide. He was like, man.
My life.
Fuck.
Like, oh shit.
Tired of
Oh
this.
shit.
The great of this.
No,
No, but if you didn't actually
the one thing I know
if you
for
didn't
sure
actually
is
try to commit suicide, how you getting your bank out? That's all I want.
You're
How
not.
you get wait all the way down? Like my man disappeared. Like how you getting your bike out?
yeah. That one was gone.
It's in a different
It's
county.
gone.
That motherfucker's in Narnia.
Oh shit.
Up back up.
Oh shit. Yo.
Spawn in a different area.
There's one thing that I can say for certain. One thing I can say for certain, and I say it all the time to people, because they say, "Oh man, I didn't know that there was racism in this place. I didn't know there was racism in this place." I said, that's one thing that I appreciate the most about living in the Southeast, and just being around some of the places I've been out there. There's no question. You ain't gotta wonder. Most of the time, they'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, this is for North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia too. Absolutely. Definitely. What?
Welcome to the RR
Hard. And the fucking comments are insane.
Save the planet hard R.
That's funny.
That shit.
How old is that?
Wow.
How old is
I
that?
don't know.
You know what country that was
I
in?
think it was give me 2 seconds.
Was that in a country or is that AI? That's funny.
I felt like Atlanta. It really did. It felt like
Yes,
Atlanta.
it was in Atlanta,
Yeah. It's the only hard rock I know down there.
yeah.
That's funny as hell.
That is wow, yo.
All them redneck motherfuckers, they like, how old is that? It's timeless. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Make America great again.
That shit is yo. So,
He fucked.
looks like the oldest comment on this shit is like 7 weeks ago. So,
Word.
I'm saying he fired whoever did that. He got it.
I was like, hard on. Oh, y'all ain't even like trying, huh? It's fucking.
That's funny.
Hey, guess what, guys?
Some racist shit is funny as hell. That's funny.
Dog, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty because I laugh so hard, and I'll be like, "Huh." I want to knock your fucking teeth out, but that shit's hilarious.
I'm laughing because I think this shit was motherfucking low key genius.
See, the problem is, like, you see that in your timeline, and then you
ain't
scroll
wrong.
up, and it's the Boondocks with the teacher talking about the French fry, and you're like,
Throw it all together, one big pot. It's just hilarious.
Oh, that shit is
He
wild.
said,
Nigga.
he says it all the time.
Bro, hearing Riley say, I ain't never said that word.
Shut up, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Punk ass nigga. Like, it's my nigga.
Yo, that shit is. Yo, I don't know if y'all have. I'm getting ready to give a shining endorsement right now to Elicit. That dude is funny as hell. If you don't fuck with Elicit, please do. Please do. We gotta support our creatives who are out here trying to do it a different way than everybody else doing it. He's trying to do it his own way. And we should support that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's funny as shit. Matter of fact, when we get done with this shit, while I'm uploading everything, I'm about to blow something. Pause. But I'm about to smoke and watch Elicit while I'm uploading.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You deserve that.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm surprised it took you that long to pull the trigger on that one. That was flagrant as fuck.
Whoa. Yo. So when you watching the newest joint he just dropped?
Yes.
The shit's funny. I saw him last weekend out here. BET weekend. Yeah, I saw Elicit
Never
live
fails.
last weekend.
Never fails.
No, it was BET weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, no doubt. You know, out here in Washington, we have BET weekends all the time.
Nah, you know, BET weekend always when it is. You know what I'm saying? You could have just came down.
Came down to where you already live. I can dig it, no doubt.
Came down, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
He's funny as shit though. Like I mean, like I'm a big fan. I've been watching it. Like I've seen all the specials like in order. He's funny. Like he's dope to me because all of his specials seem to be in sequential order of his life.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like you could watch if your first time coming up on him is like, you know, like now, it's gonna be funny, but it's gonna be funnier if you've seen all these other ones in order. Because there's a development to it, man. Like, he's a great storyteller. Great storyteller.
Yes.
He's funny as shit. I got to see him do like a little crowd work. You know, in his specials, he don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even then at this shit, he was like, no, I don't do crowd work, but you know, sometimes it was a person just walking in late, like dead at the front. He was like, you know, like he on the other side of the stage, he just walks. He's like, you know, I don't normally do crowd work. And he just walk over there and just stand there and wait for the motherfucker to sit down and shit. Then you start going in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So like every time them and some other people spilling drinks, like he fucking with them, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he real dope. He dope. He dope.
Yeah. He is quickly becoming one of my favorite stand-up comics.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
He's dope.
Yeah, I'm done with it, man. I got work to do. Got work to do. Man, thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. I don't think y'all know how much I appreciate it. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. Do it big. Stay safe. Stay safe. And if you can't, then stay dangerous. Of course, salute to everybody in the network, to my guys over at All Purpose Podcast, Evan Almighty and Phantom. Thank y'all so much. We just did Monday Night Live 38. We are rolling. We are rolling. If y'all fuck with sports, come fuck with us every Monday night, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, live on YouTube and Rumble, going crazy. NBA Finals should be wrapping up tomorrow. So NBA Finals should be wrapping up tomorrow. So man, we got new sidebars on the way. Salute interviews with my man G Huff, my man Kill Ripkin, Big Sin. Yeah, we about to do it big, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing stopping us. We moving. Ain't nothing stopping it. Salute to Mojo Barnes on High Notes. Son of the Morning on the way. Book of the Monster Volume 1 on the way. The Wave Letterman Show. Ethemadassassin, the Drug Beats out right now. Gravitas, Seven Da Pantha, and Drugs Beats out right now. Make sure y'all tap in with Emerald Beat. If y'all really want to know what the heartbeat of the 206 is, or the 253 is, or the 4th, all of that shit, or the Northwest is, Emerald Beat. Don't forget. Salute the P7. Everybody, man. Y'all know what it is. Pretty Kings, Echo Limitless. One love. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
I'm flyer than everybody. Everybody on cloud 9.